Greetings, beautiful alchemists. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Iris. I am the Wombalkemist. I hope that everyone is feeling good, feeling great. Okay, living their best life. Okay, living your life to the fullest because every moment counts. I'm speaking low once again for the newcomers because my son Kairos is sleeping right next to me and I do not want to wake him up. Or else I will have to pause this video and try to get him back to sleep. So, yeah, if you're wondering why my voice is low, that is why. Okay, so for today, my guides told me not to get the cards out, so the cards are not here. I have two overarching messages here, okay, and the first one I kind of want to not get out of the way, but I want to address it first. Okay, so in my previous read, as it pertains to Chris Brown, okay, I already had a preconceived notion about what the reading was going to be about as it pertains to him. Okay, because I had my own judgments about him and many other people in the public eye and just in general, right? Like, people who do certain things are this way, and that is a judgment wound that I carry. Okay, that was not supposed to me as a channel for the Most High, for my guides. I should not have listen, I won't say I should not have, but I have to address the fact that I murkied up the message with my own judgments, and that stems from my childhood, my wounds, okay, my own lens, right? And I want to apologize to Chris Brown. Okay, I want to apologize to anybody that I've done a reading for, that I've, even if it's general on this channel, that might have felt like I inserted my own opinion, not opinions, because everything I say is truth. Like, nothing I said was a lie, but the tone of the reading was set by my own prejudices and judgments, if that makes any sense. I hope it's making sense what I'm saying. Okay, if you haven't watched that reading, The Message to Chris Brown, go watch it. Okay, so the first card in that reading that came out was the Star card. Okay, and because I was, in my mind, I was judging him, right? I immediately started delivering a message that was based off of judgment, like condemnation, condemning him, right? Saying that he stole his star power and that his talents wouldn't be as amazing as they are without him siphoning other chosen beings' energy. There is truth to that, okay? Nothing I said was a lie. Like I said, my guides want to make that clear. Nothing I said was a lie, okay? But the issue here is that Star card also represented hope for him. It also represented healing for him. And not until later on in the reading was I able to see that, okay? And that's because of my own judgments. That's because of my unbalanced judgment, okay? Judgment in and of itself is not bad, okay? We should have some level of judgment, but when it's unbalanced, that's when the issue arises, right? The way that we judge others is the way that we judge ourselves. So if our judgment is not coming from a place of love, then it can be harmful. Okay, what do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? So we need judgment, okay? First and foremost. Judgment in and of itself is not a bad thing, like I said, right? But the way that we're supposed to use judgment is to discern whether or not something is beneficial for us, whether or not something is going to help propel us to our greatest and highest purpose, or to whatever direction we want to go in life. Okay? Because some of us, we're not in it to reach our greatest and highest purpose, and that's okay. You see, I'm trying to I'm not judging, right? I'm not judging. Just because I'm on my journey to my greatest and highest path and someone else isn't, does not mean I'm better than somebody else. Because the truth is that the Most High wants to experience, okay? This life is about the Most High wants to experience itself, right? And how can I tell somebody else how to live their life when the Most High put them there exactly how they are, in exactly that situation that they're in, so that the Most High can have that unique experience? You get what I'm saying? So when we judge other people and when we turn our nose up to people, it's like we're turning our nose up to God. I don't care what somebody has done. I don't care what they've done. You can think of the most malicious, cruel, messed up thing that somebody has done. We are not in a place to judge them. That is the Most Highest place, okay? Because we don't know their life story. We don't know what they've been through. We don't know what they've seen. We don't know their reasoning, okay? We need to keep our focus on ourselves, all right? And there may be people out there who are at a level of judging others, you know? Like I'm still a student, I'm still learning, right? I shouldn't judge myself for judging others. I shouldn't judge myself for not being perfect or not knowing that. You get what I'm saying? So when we judge others harshly, we judge ourselves harshly. My goal, I'll say this, my goal and what I've learned from my spirit guides is to use judgment to discern whether or not I want to engage with someone at all or in a particular way. So we use judgment to our benefit, not to our detriment. Okay? When we judge ourselves to our detriment, we can cause guilt, shame, you know, these dense emotions that weigh us down, hold us down. We're trying to ascend, okay? We're trying to release high density emotions, trauma, you know, things like that. That's what the ascension process is. And sometimes it can be painful, right? When you're releasing things from your body, it can be painful because you're literally, it's like when you're losing weight, right? You have to work hard. You have to work hard. And it can be painful if we're not used to it, if we have not learned to breathe through it, if we have not learned to navigate healing, right? It can be painful. But once we learn, you can even pick up the signs before you even start going into a transformation, okay? Like you can pick up on the signs and synchronicities before you go into it and be prepared, prepare yourself, right? And it's less painful. It becomes better and better and better every single time. One, because there's less baggage, right? I feel like the first dark night of the soul is definitely the most traumatic, the most intense, right? But once you get used to having these mini deaths, mini transformations, many dark nights of the soul, then you can learn how to maneuver, how to navigate, regulate your emotions, your breathing, right? And you can fall forward into it. And that's when you really master yourself, because this journey never ends, right? The journey never ends. Just as we are ascending, the Most High is ascending as well. So that bar, that standard, it continues to grow. It never stays the same. The Most High is continuously expanding. So just when you think that you can Go back to the Most High and be a part of the Most High, because you're an ascended master and you've gone the highest. There's always more to ascend to, okay? And the Most High uses us to ascend. That's why having judgment doesn't make sense. All right, judging others doesn't make sense. And especially as a high priestess, especially as a channel for the Most High, a channel for your guides, there's this need to be like almost like a child, where you allow the message to come through, but you don't let what society has told you, what your personal beliefs are, you don't let that murky up the message, okay? So yeah, I'm just saying all that to say that I apologize to Chris Brown. I apologize to anyone else that I've judged in my readings, especially because my guides, it's like they didn't say that I was unprofessional. That wasn't the message. It's just a wound that I myself need to work on, and I felt the need to address it on camera because I do owe Chris Brown an apology, because after I did that reading, I received additional uploads. Okay, another one of the uploads that I wanted to add is that Chris Brown is a very talented individual, and in fact, he has star quality, his own star quality. Okay, he has his own star quality, and he was meant to be in the spotlight. He was meant to showcase like all of the things that he's known for: his singing, his dancing, his creativity, his great ear for music. Okay, all of that that was always within him. He never needed to join. He's different from the people that he's around. He never needed to do the rituals. He never needed to sell his soul. He never needed to do any of those things to reach the amount of fame, prosperity, abundance that he has reached. And in fact, it's been holding him back. That's what I'm picking up right now in real time. Actually, what he's been doing has been holding him back. He actually has more additional prosperity, abundance, fame to be acquired, that comes with his healing. Okay, so that's one of the uploads that I received after I did the reading. So I just want, I hope that he watches this video and he accepts my apology, because what I understood is that the Most High does favor him. The Most High does favor him, which surprised me at the time, and I let that impact my ability to deliver a message that was judgment free and clear, okay? Because that judgment did not come from the Most High. That judgment came from me. All right, and as a high priestess, I have the responsibility of delivering a clean, clear message from the Most High, because then if I don't deliver clear messages from the Most High, then that's kind of like that's like tampering, right? Like I do not want to do that. I don't want to do that, Alex. I don't want to lose any of my gifts. And most importantly, it's not even about losing my gifts. Most importantly, I want people to receive the love. You know what I'm saying? The love that's coming in through the messages. Okay, so that was completely my fault. That was a judgment wound that I'm carrying in my heart chakra that affected my ability to clearly and non-judgmentally deliver a message, okay, at that moment. All right. So I'm so glad I got that off my chest, because it's been bothering me. Okay. So the second message that I wanted to deliver on this video, okay, so they gave me, they being my guides, okay, and the Most High, they gave me a song. It's called Dark Horse by Katy Perry, okay, and I'm familiar with the song. I remember it was on the radio and stuff a really long time ago. But I never knew what a dark horse was, and I never cared to look into it. I assumed because she was talking about magic in um song, that a dark horse was like some type of like evil entity or something. Like, I don't know, I just never really like thought deeply about it or cared to look into it. So my guides told me to look up the lyrics. Okay, I have the lyrics, and they told me to look up. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 right now, 12:34. And they told me to look up what a dark horse is. Okay, so apparently, a dark horse is an unexpected winner, right? Like, if if let's say it's the Olympics and there's an underdog, right? And the underdog wins the race, right? Let's say I'm not familiar with like track and field, but let's say there's a, I don't know, 300-meter race or whatever. I don't even know if that exists, but there's an underdog and nobody's expecting this person to win, and he or she ends up winning. That person can be called a dark horse because they blew people out of the water. People weren't even considering this person to win, but they ended up taking the gold medal. Okay, they came out of nowhere. That's what a dark horse is from my research. Okay, so so in this song she talks about magic. Okay, she talks about magic, and she says, so you want to play with magic? Boy, you should know what you're falling for. Baby, do you dare to do this? Because I'm coming at you like a dark horse. Okay, so this is a good one. So there's an unspoken, silent, maybe not so silent, competition in Hollywood, right? Like between the celebrities. And what's silent about it is not necessarily the competition, but what's silent is about it is the spirituality, okay? The magic that's being used. A lot of dense, okay, magic, what we consider dark magic, right? Or black magic, which I don't subscribe to those terms, right? Because dark dark and black doesn't necessarily mean bad or evil or dense. But what I'm talking about, the type of magic that has been used traditionally in Hollywood, okay, is bad. It's bad. And it's bad because they're stealing energy from people. Okay, people who are famous and not famous. They are causing they're doing sacrificing people, causing deaths. Okay, feeding low vibrational energies, giving them offerings, sacrifices. Okay, strengthening these low vibration energies so that they can continue to hurt and manipulate and do demonic things, okay, to people. Not just other celebrities, but all over the world. Okay, so there's this unspoken competition, and it's like, who's the better witch, okay, in Hollywood. And some of you guys might know this, all right, because I've heard people talk about this, but I've never received an upload about it. So it's this unspoken competition, and it's like, who's the best witch. And the way that you can tell who the best witch is in Hollywood is like, who has had the longest career, okay? Who has gotten all the competitors out of the way? Who has the most money, okay? Who has the most recognition, the most accolades? These are the different signs that we can use to see who in Hollywood is considered the biggest witch, and it's about fear, right? Some other celebrities find like, you don't see people really talking shit about certain celebrities. You don't see them addressing them or, going against them. Now that they're falling, we do see that more, right? But I'm talking about in the recent past, like, you don't really see it. And I'm sure y'all can pick up who I'm speaking about, or at least one of the people I'm speaking about. Let me see if I should say names. Yeah, I'm gonna say a name, Beyonce. Okay. So Beyonce is considered the top witch in Hollywood. Okay. As of recently, not so much, right? There's somebody new in the picture, or at least, her peers are seeing that there's somebody new coming up, and it's driving her batshit crazy, like she's going insane, right? Because she's very proud of this title. And so what's crazy is that, so Katy Perry is a witch as well, right? But her career didn't last as long. And so you see by the fruits of their labor who is considered the best witch. Like, people are in awe. They were in awe of Beyonce because she's lasted so long. Like, there's basically never been a time where she hasn't been in the spotlight, right? Like, maybe she's taken little hiatuses, like very small hiatuses, but she always comes back with, with something. Like, she's always being talked about, and for the most part in a good light, right? I'm talking about for the majority of her career. As of recently, not so much. People have been outing her, and that's because her her magic is starting to wear off. Okay, the chosen beings that she's been siphoning her energy from, okay, they've been waking up and taking back their energy. Okay, so she's losing momentum. All right, she's losing momentum, and people are starting, the glamour is wearing off. People are starting to see her for who she really is. Okay, not only her peers, but pretty much the rest of the world. Okay. And so there's a part in Katy Perry's song where she says, "Make me your Aphrodite." Okay? Make me your Aphrodite. All right. So my guys wanted me to touch on this, right? I've known this for a while, but I haven't spoken about it because I guess it wasn't time, right? Hopefully y'all are familiar with what are called the fallen angels. Okay. So in parts of the Bible that have been removed, right? This part of the Bible, I believe that it was Archangel Metatron, right? Before he was Archangel Metatron, he was the prophet Enoch, right? In Amarinya, in Ethiopian language, we call him Henok. So Enoch wrote this part of the Bible, and people in general, and especially Christians, they don't really talk about this. Like, this text was taken out of the Bible, right? These are books that only conspiracy theorists read and look into and stuff like that, right? It's generally not considered when we speak about the Bible, like these books, for some reason, right? But in these books, the prophet Enoch, which is Henok, same thing, okay? He wants to be called Henok. Okay? He talks about fallen angels, okay? These fallen angels, they came down from heaven, right? The spiritual realm, and they started doing things that they weren't supposed to be doing, right? They went against the Most High. They started basically they started smelling themselves, like they like their ish don't stink, and they mated with other humans. Um, they they mated with other animals. Okay, and they made half breeds. Okay, these the children of these fallen angels, um, they're they don't have a healthy relationship with the Most High. Okay, these children of the fallen angels, they've been taught the ways of the fallen angels and how to disobey the Most High. Okay, and this happened a really long time ago, like the beginning of creation, right? And you guys can look more into it, and I do encourage you all to look more into it because it's important when it comes to the spiritual battle that's ensuing at this moment, because it's coming. It already came to a peak, this spiritual battle that's involving the fallen angels, because that's these fallen angels are who is currently waging war against the Most High his and his soldiers. Okay, it's the most, actually not even waging war. It's more like the Most High is now policing these fallen angels, and the soldiers of the Most High are now enforcing, okay, the rules and regulations of the Most High. They're bringing things back into balance. Okay, so these fallen angels, okay, part of these fallen, the group of fallen angels are the Greco-Roman gods. Dun 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 dun. Okay, I'm talking Zeus, Aphrodite, Hermes, um, Apollo, Athena. Okay, and I just heard not all of them. Okay, not all of them, but Zeus, Aphrodite, Hera. Okay, there's other ones, but those are the main three, I believe. There's other ones. Not all of them are against the Most High, but these three have committed, um, what do you call it? When you go against the master. It's not blasphemy. But anyways, you guys know what I'm talking about. They've completely turned their backs on the Most High, um and they have been impersonating gods and goddesses of the Most High. Okay, so Zeus has been impersonating Heru. Aphrodite has been impersonating Hathor. Hera has been impersonating Azar, and so on and so forth. Okay, Hades, wow, Hades is in on it too. Hades has been impersonating Azar. Okay, Poseidon is in on it too. Yeah, there's more, but not all of them. Not all of them. Like Hermes, what I'm getting is that Hermes is not, um, has not turned his back on the Most High. Okay, but anyways, so these Greco-Roman. Wait, hold on. So these Greco-Roman deities, okay, they're the ones who have been waging war on the Most High and the soldiers of the Most High, okay, the gods and goddesses. So these deities, they want control, right, over the earth realm, and they're using the people in Hollywood, okay, they're making deals with them. They're wanting, you know, the chosen people's energy, right, to be siphoned away so that there's no defense, that there's, you know, no so that there's no chance that they can be overthrown, right? And they're tricking these celebrities and these, you know, you guys get what I'm trying to say, right? So the reason why they wanted me to use this song to explain this message is because there is a dark horse. Okay, the dark horse is the chosen ones, is the earth angels or whatever, right? So these deities use these physical beings, right? That's the Illuminati, the government, the celebrities, anybody who has been involved in the suppression and oppression of high vibrational energy by targeting chosen earth angel beings. Okay, they've been using these people. I just lost my train of thought. Hold on. Oh yeah. They've just been they're like you were talking about. Yeah. They've been using these people, okay, to suppress and oppress this high vibrational energy. So the world, right? The world, if we look at it on a surface level, right, we see that these people have gained a lot of control. These entities have gained a lot of control. Thus far, the paradigm that they've set, okay, for the last hundreds of years is the paradigm that we've been using to exist, right? They've been the ones regulating, ruling, okay, and that's for a very good reason, and the Most High knows that reason, all right. But so they thought that they feel like they felt like they had everything on lock, but what's happening is the dark horse is emerging, right, at the last minute when they were at the finish line. Okay, this dark horse, which is the earth angel chosen beings, have at first we were in last place, right? That's what they perceived, that we were in last place, that they had us in control, that there was no way that we could break out of these chains, that we would prevail. And at the very last minute, we came up behind them and we ran through the ribbon. You know what I'm saying? It was a race and we ran through the ribbon, but they were this close to the finish line when it happened. They were this close to the finish line when it happened. So that's why the Most High is saying that we are the dark horse. They did not see us coming, and that is the awesomeness, the amazingness of what it means to be enclosed, to be cocooned, to be swimming in the essence of the Most High. It's to prevail, it's to win, it's to be successful. Okay? This is what it means to be in partnership with God. Okay? And not only that, there's a specific being, right, that these celebrities, that these well-known people, the government celebrities, people in the public eye, okay, these people are hiding in plain sight, by the way, okay, like, okay, I'm gonna talk about this at the end, okay. They know that there's a specific entity, specific earth angel, specific chosen one who is leading the pack. Okay, there's a specific person who's leading the pack, and everyone's paying attention to this person. Okay, these celebrities, government officials, these rich people, these billionaires, all in the same covens and cults and things like that. They're all paying attention to this one person because they know it's this one person who's leading the pack. And this one person in specific, this one chosen earth angel being, was pretty much worse off than the rest of them. Okay, pretty much this person was highly regulated, in a highly controlled environment, constantly abused, misused, mistreated. This person's energy was being siphoned. Whoa, I just heard hundreds of people were siphoning this one earth angel being. So there's hundreds of celebrities, government officials, billionaires, rich people that are rich, famous, and having a great lifestyle because of this one entity. So nobody thought that this entity was going to break out of his or her chains. Okay? This was the last person that they thought was going to wake up. Not only them, but even in the spiritual realm, it was looking very bleak for this person. Very bleak. But the Most High chooses the people who can glorify the Most High the most. And those are the people who are at the bottom of the bottom. That is why the Christ hung out with people who were worse off than anyone else. Because the glory of God is to take the people who are at the bottom of the bottom, right? Who are the underdogs, the people that other people spit on, step on. And what the Most High does is she elevates those people to the top of the mountain so that their names can always be remembered throughout history. Okay, that's how beautiful the Most High is. That's how powerful the Most High is. Okay? Because these fallen angels, these people need to be reminded who is the Almighty, right? And this is the way that the Almighty does that. Okay? So yes, there is a dark horse, and in general, the chosen ones, earth angels, are the dark horse, okay? And what does that mean? That means we're winning. We've won. That's it. Okay? We've won. And so Juicy J also raps in this song, right? And what he says, she's a beast. I call her Karma. She eat your heart out like Jeffrey Dahmer. So what is that saying? Like these people, like karma is catching up to these people. Like they wanted to, like in the song she goes, oh, so you want to play with magic? You know what I'm saying? So karma is catching up to these people. All right, it's catching up to these people, and all we have to do as chosen being is sit back, relax, continue to heal, continue to watch things unfold, because it is the plan of the Almighty, it is the plan of the Most High God that we be the winners. All right, and this is how God plays the game. It's like I'm seeing basketball, somebody playing basketball and crossing over and doing all this and breaking ankles. Okay, that's what God does. God is the master general. All right. Oh, Another point I wanted to make is that these celebrities, government officials, these people in the secret societies or whatever, they're working together, right? Like people that you don't even see interacting in the public eye, behind the scenes they're working together. Like Beyonce and the Clintons know each other. Biden is cool with Trump, and it's all, it's all a facade that they put on for the public, right? But what the Most High told me is that us chosen ones, we're actually working together as well. We just aren't realizing it. Even if we're on two different coasts of the country, even if we're halfway around the world, we are working together simultaneously, and God is and the Most High is the general. All right? It's just that some of us might not be fully aware of it, but yes, we are sharing one consciousness, and we're sharing us having unique abilities and stuff. We're using it to help each other out in this battle. So even if you're not this one entity that's been chosen to lead the rest, or whatever the case may be, like you still have a very important role in what it is and what's going on here. Okay, so don't feel like, oh, I'm probably not this chosen person, because you are chosen in your own unique sector, in your own unique talents. Okay, and we're all working together to fulfill this prophecy. All right, it's already been fulfilled. All right. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about was Zeus Network. Okay, like, what does Zeus have anything to do with a TV network that displays just behavior that's unnecessary? Okay, in my 11:55, okay, in my in me trying not to be judgmental, I'm going to call it behavior that is unnecessary, okay? Or at least it's low vibrational. I don't think that's judgmental to say. The behavior is low vibrational, okay? I guess the behavior has a place in society. However, for it to be displayed and amplified like that, so that other people can mimic the behavior, there's an agenda there, right? Okay, it's safe to say that there's an agenda, right? So why is it called Zeus Network? Okay, other than the fact that Zeus is this glorified deity from the Greco-Roman consortium, or whatever it's called, right? Like, what does that have to do with anything? And my guys used Zeus Network to show me who is involved in this plot, right? To dominate the world, right? And it made perfect sense, because it's like, what does Zeus, a Greco-Roman deity, have anything to do with like a bunch of melanated people cursing each other out and displaying ununified behavior? It's because these deities are using low vibrational energy to take over the world. Okay, they want to be seen, they want to be glorified. Okay, there's a jealousy there between the Kemetic. There's always been a competition between Greek and Rome and Kemet, right? And that's because in the spiritual realm there's always been competition between the Greco-Roman deities versus the Kemetic deities. Okay, the Kemetic deities, they're extremely ancient, they're extremely old. Okay, the way they do things is unmatched. It's just unmatched. Okay, and that reflects in the population and the people, right, that they are attached to. And the Greco-Roman deities, you can look at what they're about if you study the people that they rule over. Okay, and I'll leave it at that because I'm not trying to be judgmental. All right. But what they do want me to say is that you can see that Greece and Rome steals a lot of scientific, historic, creative, artistic information from Kemet, and they're telling me to leave it at that, okay? Because I don't want to offend anyone, okay? This is not about white and black, because there's high vibrational white, white, right? Uh, Deities like the Vikings, for example. The Vikings are highly revered, okay, and they are seen as, Valhalla and all of that. They are seen as the honorable. Okay, they are seen as honorable in the spiritual realm. Okay, not all Vikings. I'm not talking about people who pillage and all that. I'm talking about there's an honorable lineage of Vikings. Okay. So anyway, I will leave it at that. I think I've said everything that I wanted to say. Okay, and I hope this message was clear. I hope it was educational, okay, entertaining and educational. All right, I appreciate you all so very much. Let me know your own thoughts, concerns, stories, okay, how you relate to the information that I relayed in the comments, if you so please. All right, I appreciate you all so much, Alchemists. I love you, and until next time, peace.